Welcome to Tales of the Ever After. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tales of the Ever After, a D&D actual play podcast about a group of adventurers finding out that the trauma? Yeah, we're going to, fuck it, I'm just going to go with it. The trauma of destiny is the trauma. That's what we're about. Anyways, my name's Tyler Boroff. I don't know how to do intros for podcasts. I'm joined by Randall Marsh.
Hello. I am the player of Dungeon and Dragon also.
The fucking player of Dungeons and Dragon?
Yep, we're good at this. Yeah, I'm playing an elf, and he's a warlock, and he carries a sword, and he does, elf stuff.
Sweet.
Yeah, his name's Elaric.
Typical elf stuff.
Yeah.
I'm also joined by Kate J. White.
Hi, I'm Kate J. White. I play Larsha Thilden, the herbalist druid, who also happens to be partially blind, is level 8, and is Alaric's sister.
Lovely. And last but not least, she's eyeing me aggressively, Lynn Shephard.
That's just my resting face.
We need to talk.
Yeah, you and a lot of other people. I play Stephanie Bradshaw. And if you're wondering why I sound like this, mind your own business. Go away. Don't listen to us. Don't support us. Go away.
She's 6 feet away from us. We're fine.
Yeah.
How's everybody feeling? Earlier, I heard a lot of, I don't know what we're doing anymore.
That's mostly just my short-term memory.
Oh, good.
It's been a
Yes.
while.
Yeah.
I actually took pretty detailed notes. So between that conversation and now,
I just want to paint a picture for everyone. You have so many notes that you have a third page open on your book that is folded in half. That is how many notes Kate has just for right now. Oh, that's the one you like.
that's the secret
slyly said this is.
page. That's the
Can't
secret page.
tell you. Oh no.
That's my
All right.
secret note page.
The last page of notes that I have, which is blank because I forgot to write anything down, was July 19th. We're in October.
You date your notes? I don't even.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Oh, mine aren't.
Yeah, I mean, it's good in one way. It's useless in the sense that there's no note underneath the date. It's just a series of dates.
I have 4 lines written down from last session. One of them is that we changed the name of the sus to the Moon Pop. That is a thing that happened, right?
I have no memory of this
Yeah.
whatsoever.
That was you, Lynn.
Do you think I remember anything that I say?
We just,
I didn't even remember that I asked for a cat.
That's true. We just
That's
stated
fair.
that she has no notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on that chaotic
Oh.
note, let's dive into this.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
hold
it was a sunburst, so
Yeah.
the moon pop.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was just don't write down my throwaway jokes.
Last time we left you, you all had made your way first to an island outside of sort of New Olnora, which is the continent formerly hosting the kingdom of Agared pre-cataclysm. You made some contacts in the city of Morn. You found Glasseye, who was a former shipmate of Stephanie's back in the day. And through a series of assassinations that you just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time for, some explosions that you were 100% accountable for, and Glasseye coming in to pull you out of the fray, you left the sus back in Morn, and you took Glasseye's, the Iron Pupil ship, from Morn to Thale Port.
Stone people.
Stone Pupil, thank you. What did I say, the Iron Pupil?
Mhm.
Damn it.
That's a much
Stone
cooler
Pupil.
name.
Yeah, it is. Well, we're retconning boat names left and right here, so it doesn't really matter. Once you were in Thale Port, you saw a floating satellite campus, literally, of the Clinarial Academy, and you went there to see if you can find out some more information. And you found a professor. As the record clearly states, Stephanie created a gift shop out of nowhere and then proceeded to deface and defile it and was arrested.
Uh-huh.
This was a point of contention if you didn't listen to our after show where I accidentally accused Lynn of coming up with it, even though it was clearly me. You then made your way to the north side of town where the actual stalls are, where you can go and discuss and find the group, the caravan that escorts people sort of the 2-week journey out into the Thang Desert towards the edge of Agared Kingdom, or the city, Agared City proper, which you've been told essentially about a day's ride worth away from it. No one's been able to get close because of roving bands of red-tinged Ethel. You spent the night at a hotel. You got up in the morning. You're now approaching the stalls. It's early morning, sun's up. There's people about. You do see there's a clearly labeled area for caravans into the Fang Desert. There's a few people walking in and out. There's a bunch of horses and carts behind the actual building itself. What do you all want to do?
Yeah, so we're just connecting with one of the caravans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Glass Eye said there's caravans that go in and out. Or not in and out, but he said there's caravans that will guide you across the 2-week journey.
Are we outfitted for a weeks-long trip across the desert? Do we need to buy... We were talking about getting an alchemy jug or something.
As far as like just sustenance-related things for the sake of this game that we're playing, assume you've got what you need and or that the caravan will provide it for you.
Okay.
Yeah, so these caravans are like transporting goods, right?
You'd have to go talk to them. You don't know.
Okay.
Everyone actually make just an intelligence check for me.
Ooh.
Wow. Pretty sure that's an 11.
7.
7.
Okay. I think on the 7s, I think there's really nothing going on for what I'm about to describe for you two. On an 11, there's the slightest itch in the back of your head. Why would there be caravans that go out to the edge of a place you can't get to?
Yeah. Plus, Stephanie has lice. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
So as you're scratching your lice, you're like, wait a minute.
yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I'm wondering are these people that are transporting goods? Are they looting the city? Yeah, I guess, can I observe the caravans? Like, they're within eyesight, right?
The buildings, I mean, you're maybe across the street from that building, and then you can see the stables outside where the horses are, and then the actual like caravan carts themselves, the wagons.
Do the carts seem to be loaded with anything?
They seem right now to be unloaded. Like there's no trip from what you can tell being planned, because they're just unladen at this time.
Okay.
There's actually a ferry that's flying around, like brushing all of the horses and stuff right now, but that's about it.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, as a player, I'm concerned that the caravans just seem to be going out to nowhere, like a stairway with no destination, just sort of going up into nothing. But Elaric doesn't pick up on that, so I guess we'll just move forward as if this is normal.
Maybe it's like a tourist thing, like you go up to the Space Needle and then you go back down. Like you're just there to check things out.
Yeah. Is there anyone who looks like they're in charge, or does it look like we need to go in the building to talk to someone?
Okay, so outside, yeah, you see that ferry that's flying around, brushing the horses. From outside into a doorway, no, you don't see anybody that is quote unquote in charge. They'd be inside the building.
I'll go inside.
And follow Elaric.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Cool. You walk inside. You see there's a table off to the side. Sitting around this table playing cards, you see a dragonborn and a dwarf. On the other side of the room, where there's like the bridle and all the things that go on for horses, all the gear, you see a dwarf over there putting things over. A deep gnome is actually over there. So it's a darker skinned, like more crackly looking gnome, is putting up gear and cleaning things off. And then behind a counter, leaning over some books, going over some pages, is a hobgoblin. This hobgoblin's got some scars across his face. He's got long black hair into like a small little ponytail. His sharp, long ears, one of them on the right side has been clearly cut off at some point. Looks like it's burnt along the edges the way that it's healed. Sort of based on, as you're looking around, Elaric, to your question, seems probably the person who's in charge of this place.
All right.
And that hobgoblin looks at all of you as you walk in, closes the book, and just kind of waves to all of you.
Let's go over and talk to the hobgoblin.
Oh, greetings, adventurers. What can old Zonda do for you?
We are looking for passage to at least the outskirts of Agarit.
Oh, that's our specialty. Welcome. Yes. Is it just the three of you?
Yes. We are just traveling as a trio.
Oh, fantastic. It's 10 gold per person. We guarantee safe passage all the way to the border. If you'd like us to do a round trip, that's an extra 10 gold per person.
Well, we don't know how long we'll be there. How often do you make the trek?
It depends on how often people need us to go. There are other caravans that approach the area and leave on some sort of recurrent sessions. How long would you need us to stay? That's time is money, my friend.
So wait, you would be going just to accompany us?
Well, you've come in here asking us to do that, yes.
What percentage would you say you do of these round trips?
Are you asking for my safety record?
Yes.
I have a 100% safety record of getting folks to the destination.
Alive or dead?
I have a 100% safety record of getting folks alive
Okay.
to the destination.
And from?
100% of all people who I pick up from that location make it back here alive. Satisfaction guaranteed. The Dragonborn and the dwarf are just in the back, just still playing cards, drinking.
Mm-hmm. Well, this appears to be the only game in town. I think we should do it. I think the big question is, should we ask them to wait for us while we go into the city?
If we pay them for a round trip, then the expectation is they should wait for us.
Is there a time limit on how long we can be within the city?
Well, it's, as I said, 20 gold there, 20 gold back per person.
Mm-hmm.
And then just a modest 5 gold per day if you want us to stick around.
How much for you to come into the city with us?
Oh, you can't afford that.
What of the Athel? Do you have means of fending them off? I assume you've run into them before.
We don't get close enough. We drop you off just prior to where those roving bands of lunatics are, and that's on you. Our job is to get you there safely. Anything that we encounter along the way, roving dragons, roving whatever you might find out there, those things we guarantee your safety. But once you're there, any further dealing with Athel or other monsters, you're on your own. Our job is passage and passage only.
That sounds fair. You seem like you've done this trip multiple times, and in all those times you have not seen the Athel move beyond the border of the city then.
Well, I've never had any problems with the Athel myself. No. We have a base camp, and we stay there.
I think we should go and just hope for the best. Again, the question is, how long do we ask them to camp while we go into the city?
Of course, you could always just take a risk and see if there's any other caravans about once you return.
And I'm assuming that the camping cost has to be paid up front?
As long as you pay for the travel there and back, we consider that your down payment, and then we can deal with terms of how long we need to wait as you decide to come back for us. We would need to discuss up front how long that can be, so that way we can plan accordingly for provisions as well. And if you exceed that time limit, we would leave without you.
We have no way of knowing how long we're going to be there.
Or if we'll survive to make the trek back. I'll put 60 gold on the counter and then just say it's somewhere between 1 and 30 days.
This 60 gold will get you there. Thank you. Take the 60 gold. And then another 60 gold to just guarantee your passage back. And that will be your down payment for the wait.
Sorry, I thought it was 10 there and then 20 for round trip.
What did I actually say?
That is what you said.
Yeah, okay. Is it?
Yeah.
Above the table? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you got me. 60 gold and back. Clever. Not everyone catches that. Not everyone catches that. All right, this is your down payment.
I don't know if it is clever. I think it's just paying attention.
Active listening.
For once, Ty. For once, I listen.
I'm going to open up my gift shop now. 1 second.
Somebody makes a break for it.
All right, this counts as your down payment. And I'm sorry, 1 to 60 days.
1 to 30.
1 to 30 days.
You should try active listening.
I'm sorry, what?
Huh? Who are you?
Hello, my name's Xander.
Oh, wonderful. Good to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yes.
Your name is?
Alaric.
Nice to meet you, Elaric. 30 days. We can plan for that. He looks over to the deep gnome. Rainey, why don't you go ahead and start loading up the carts out there? Get Daisy to help you. Give us about an hour. We'll be ready to go.
Any shops around here that you would recommend?
It depends on what you're looking for. Lots of shops.
I don't know. Surprise me. What's one of your favorite haunts?
There's this beautiful little alchemy shop down the street. The owner, she makes these beautiful little, delicious honey-sickled potions. They're just divine.
I will go check that out. Thank you.
And then you see that the deep gnome goes outside. The dwarf and the dragonborn put their cards away, finish their drink, down it real quick, and they get up and they start to move around as well. What do y'all do? You stick around? You go to a shop? What's happening?
So who's who's around in this little tavern area? There's just you said the Dragonborn and the dwarf.
It's not a tavern area. It's the inside of the actual like, caravan shop.
But they're like just people hanging around. Just the ones you mentioned.
Just the ones I mentioned. So there's the dwarf and Dragonborn who are now working with Xander, and then that deep gnome went outside and by the horses and the carts loading things up. Okay, yeah, you go down the street. It's like on the corner of the city block right there across from where the caravan is. The street outside, a lot of these grand trees out there. You see that there's this single story building that's actually like hewn from rock itself. The door is open. You can see stairs go down into the earth. And then you actually see that there's actually on the ground itself, like stained glass looking down. And then you see these right inside the stairs, there's flasks of oil that have been set on fire to light the way down. You go in there, you see that there is a short male tiefling in there. There's lots of different alembics and potions that are being brewed. There's as you look around, you see that there is this female human in the corner. She's taking little tinctures and mixing things together. What do you want to do?
Oh, hello. I'm new in town, and I was just hoping to pick up some souvenirs that might, represent this town and what it's about.
She sets some stuff down, walks over and goes, hello. Yes, well, I mean, I don't know that we really have souvenirs. All of our things are consumable, but, we have some of our honeysuckle potions here. We also have a crisp apple that we provide that it's got a little bit of that agorid flavor to it.
Oh, it's not my favorite flavor. It's a little musty in my opinion.
Yeah, agorid is quite old at this point, but some people it reminds them of old home.
I'll tell you what. These honey what potions?
The honeysuckle potions.
Honeysuckle.
Yes.
Is that like a plant around here?
Well, we take honey from the bees that are around here, and then we sort of extract it and mix it with some other proprietary things, and we sell these potions.
Do you sell the bees?
Nobody owns the bees. No, sorry.
Wow.
Did you want a potion or?
Yes. I will take 2 of your healing potions.
Okay. That is lovely. Would you actually like us to tinge them with a little bit of the honey?
That would be wonderful.
Oh, lovely. She goes back there, grabs 2 healing potions, drops a little bit of honey into both of them. All right, that would be 100 gold for the 2.
Perfect. I'll hand it over.
Pleasure doing business with you, dear.
Of course. Do you have a business card?
We do. She takes this little, it's a honeycomb shaped card, and then just says Alembics honey, and then she hands that to you.
Perfect. Here, let me give you one of mine as well. And I'll hand over Bradshaw Arms and Wares.
Oh, fascinating. Okay, thank you.
Yes. Well, tell your friends. We'll be back.
That sounds threatening.
Yes. Well,
right.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Anything else? Friends here, Todd.
You did make friends. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, you got these 2 healing potions. Anything else you want to do?
Nope. I just know that I always get beat up. So, planning ahead.
But this time you made friends. Nothing bad happened. You got 2 healing potions.
Exactly.
So the caravan seems to be mostly put together and ready to depart, right?
It's getting put together. You see everyone's kind of all hands on deck. Xander's just sort of supervising and telling people where to go and what to grab and how to load up the wagon and everything, or the wagons. Can
I assess sort of like the fighting strength of this group that we're traveling with, and like how many?
Go ahead and make, what would this be? I guess this is an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, that was so good, and then it wasn't. That's a 1.
A natural one? Or
it's a natural one. It would be a 4 if it were.
Yeah, you have no concept whatsoever. You're a healer, and your focus is on medicine, and your sort of assessment of fighting capabilities and what does not make a well-rounded adventurer. You're just not quite sure. I mean, you see, the guy's got his ear burned off. I'm like, I don't know if that's from an accident or if he's a badass or what else that might mean. So yeah, you don't know. You have no
can
clue.
Count. That is something we've established about Elaric. How many are in the party?
There are 5. So
Five,
there is that
okay.
dwarf, that deep gnome, the fairy, the dragonborn, and then Xanders,
Okay,
the hobgoblin.
gotcha.
Can I talk to Xander a little bit more?
Yeah, he's busy guiding everyone. You can walk up to him.
Xander, I'm sorry to bother you. Would you mind telling me what happened to your ear?
Netheria, make sure you load up enough carrots for the week. Thank you. And you see the dragonborn loading up crates of carrots.
Wait,
And looks over.
there's no carrots. You don't see it.
What a callback.
You're breaking canon.
No, he said it. You just didn't believe him. Strange things have happened post Cataclysm.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, this was just from a battle years ago." You're still wearing your mask.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take it off.
Well, I was about to ask. I was a little confused about how you were able to kind of see. Now I'm very confused about how you were able to see. What? You clearly know what's around you. You came right up to me. How'd this happen?
Oh, that's a very complicated story. But I think all you need to know is that I see well enough.
All right, fair enough.
Anecdotally, of the people you have known who have gone beyond the border where you dropped them off,
Yeah.
how many would you say actually return?
Very, very few.
What sorts of rumors do you hear of what actually...
No, as far as I know, no one's actually ever made it to the city. Everything we've heard is that between whatever traps lay between Tell's Dream, the oasis that we'll drop you off at, and Agarid proper seems to stop old venturers in the tracks. Those bands of Athel, I guess, are powerful in their own right. Fighters, magicians, wizards, all sorts of chaotic energy going on.
Well, suffice to say, our party has enough chaotic energy of its own. Perhaps we have enough to make it there. And
I hope you do. It's also, as you can understand, why I ask for a payment up front.
understandable.
Yes. All right. Looks like we are ready to go. If your group is here, we can trudge off. You load up into 2 different wagons. One of them has a lot of the supplies. You see the dwarf and the deep gnome are in the front of that one, leaving the horses. And then the fairy flies on top and sits on the top of the covered wagon that has all the goods and stuff in it. The Dragonborn and Xander gets into the other wagon. It's got some supplies. It's a little bit longer one, so there's areas for you to sit. It is also a covered wagon. There's bedrolls and some other gear there for the long journey. And Xander goes, before we lead off, let me just make introductions real quick. This is Kathra, points to the dwarf. Rainy, points to the gnome. Daisy, the fairy. Netharia, the Dragonborn. And me, you know. By the way, can I get all of your names, please? I know you're Elaric.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Xander with the Z.
It's interesting. When I introduced myself as Xander, why didn't you say we have the same name? I would have given you a discount.
Oh, really?
But how often do you meet a Xander in the wild? That's crazy.
It's happened a few times before.
Oh, fascinating. All right.
It is spelt differently.
All right, still.
My name is Larsha.
Larsha, nice to meet you. And Elaric, fantastic. Thanks, assholes. And you trudge off. This is going to be a couple weeks journey. What all, as you start going, your first day, what downtime do you want to be? And downtime can either be like training. If you have conversations with people, that will count as one of your downtime events just for the sake of kind of moving through this. So yeah, day 1, I'll start with you, Xander. Mm-hmm. What do you want to do today?
Are we going to go day by day, or should I just say like for the trip? I'd like to do, because I've got training. I'd like to do at least a few days, few downtimes worth of training.
Okay. You'd only be able to do this at like during rests and everything, right? Because on the wagon,
sure,
it's a little bit more difficult. Walking around and trying to train on this isn't really going to work. So go ahead and roll 2 D8s for me.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good. 11.
11. Okay, fill in 11 on your little pie chart there.
Ooh, I think that fills me up.
Perfect. We'll come back to that. You can go ahead and fill that out.
Nice.
And then just remind me before we get to the end of the journey here. Anything else that you kind of want to do long-term over the course? I'm going to say that takes up half of all of your downtime.
Cool. Boy. Yeah. I mean, I definitely want to talk to some people. Yeah. So I'll just, whenever there's a lull, I'll sort of try to break the ice with Xander number 2 a little bit, and just want to ask, how did you get into this line of work? What did you do before this?
Ever since the cataclysm out here, we decided to kind of band together, and at first we were just helping map out the region a little bit, and we'd explore out and report back. And over the years, as more and more rumors came out about what awaited people at Agared, there was a growing body of people who were fascinated with approaching the ruins and trying to make entry to see what they could find and, profit.
It is fascinating. What about outside of this area around Thale Port? Have you traveled? Have you mapped out anything? Have you gone further than just the Fang Desert?
Oh, yes, we've gone up and down the coast. We've actually summited Telmoral's Fist, which is the mountain range that's in the back end of this. Really, you're at this point 2 weeks out, like you can't even really see that mountain range yet. And he goes, yeah, we've summited that. We were able to make connections back in year 1 with the Quinarial Academy. Actually, they helped find us using their magic abilities. And we know the region quite well, yes.
So what can you tell me about Moonfall? Have you been there?
Moonfall, I haven't really been to recently. That was a sort of a refuge for some of the elven cultures, which I understand why you'd ask.
Yes.
That found their way to Elnora from some of the other fractured and broken ruins of the world.
Would it be difficult from here to get there? Would we need to charter a ship? Could we make it on foot?
On foot, I mean, you're looking at a month's worth of travel on foot.
Or by caravan.
A caravan or a ship could get you closer. Moonfall's no longer on the coast. It's inland a little bit.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about making the trek? Seeing what it's like?
No profit. Unless someone wanted to pay me. No interest in really going.
Well, I will keep that in my pocket, just in case maybe there is someone to pay you one day.
Fantastic. I like you, Xander. We Xanders. We know how things get done.
Yeah.
Yes. Lovely.
All right.
Cool. Larsha.
So are we in the desert yet?
Right now you are still forested area. You're still on the coast. This is day 1 still.
Cool.
So you're not going to get to the desert proper until around day 3 or 4 is when you'll actually be on the edge of Fang Desert, and then you'll be crossing Fang Desert for about a week and a half.
Cool. What kind of animals are in the area?
Right now, there's a lot of just normal forest creatures. So you see squirrels. You can hear creatures off in the distance. There's, all sorts of things. Is there something specific you're looking for?
Oh, I just want to somewhat clandestinely see if I can cast Speak with Animals and find out anything about anyone else who's been this way.
Yeah, you actually, you see in the distance at one point some deer. Describe for me what you're trying to do here, and we can figure out how clandestine you can potentially be.
Xander?
Yes.
Yes?
Which Xander did you want?
The one who's not my brother.
Oh, your siblings.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
Is there somewhere I could take a break for a moment to handle some things?
You can, if you gotta just take a dump, you can just say it. We can stop.
Oh my god. Fine.
You duke where you gotta duke. Yeah. Hey guys, hey, let's pull up for a second. Larsha's gotta poop.
Brilliant. All right.
And you're still there's some trees around. It's not a heavy, thick forest, but there's plenty of areas for you to kind of go and get lost a little bit.
Okay.
But we'll wait for you about 10 minutes for you.
All right. We'll go get lost.
You see, actually, there's some squirrels in the trees there, and then you see a deer off in the distance.
All right. I'm gonna walk up to him.
Before or after you cast Speak with Animals?
Before. Or wait, no, after I cast animals.
Okay, good.
I'm going to walk right up and say, good afternoon.
Oh my God. Hello.
It's all right. I'm so sorry.
Hi.
I'm so sorry to bother you. What's your name?
I don't know if you know this, but we tend to get hunted a lot. Please don't ever.
Oh, that's not.
do that
I'm not.
again. That was terrifying.
I'm not here to do that. I promise.
My name is Deer. It's a family name. I don't know why you're laughing. Oh dear, this happens every time.
Oh dear.
Well, we've never been this way before. I'm trying to find out some things. I was wondering, you have a minute to speak with me?
What is that you'd like to know, dear? Sorry, I'm dear. You're not a deer. Silly me.
I understand. How long ago would you say was the last time a caravan came, like ours came this way?
Oh, caravan like yours? And peeks around the trees and eyes it real quick. Oh, you're pretty close to the city. We see caravans multiple times a day.
And do you have any sense of who they are, where they come from, what they're looking for?
Oh, I try to stay as far away as I can. We see people all the time. Everyone's pretty nice. Like, thankfully, no one hunts us except for, the tigers. Bastards.
Tigers?
Yes. Four-legged creatures.
No, I know what a tiger is.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you questioned it.
But, so you wouldn't say you've heard anything about what people are looking for when they go?
Oh, this is a main road. It travels to some of their other towns and villages out in the world. All sorts of people come this way. We see adventurers looking for, probably adventure, money, treasure. We see caravans coming in and out, people looking for new places to live. All sorts of things, dear. There I go again. I'm the deer. You're not a deer. I know, I'm sorry.
It's all right. You wouldn't say anyone else has passed this way looking for a stone, perhaps?
Stone? What an odd thing to look for.
I know.
I've never heard of such a group that's looking for a stone. But I've never heard of anyone looking for stones, unless it was for, skipping rocks.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of those around.
Yeah, plenty.
Well, I think that's all I really needed to know. I thank you for your time.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Just be careful out there, dearie. Lots of dangerous creatures about.
I will, dear. Thank you.
Oh, that's my name. You remembered. You're lovely. Okay, bye.
Okay, I'm going to kind of dejectedly walk back to the caravan.
Deer's like a smurf saying deer like way too much. It's turning it into sentences.
All right. Good poo.
I'm just going to shake my head and walk away.
It's healthy to have a healthy indigestion, the digestive tract. It needs to be, it's healthy, right?
I'll be in the back if anyone needs me.
All right, let's carry on. And keeps going on. Anything else you kind of want to do, holistically during the time, specific actions you want to take? Let's take it in chunks, like the next 3 days before you get to the edge of the actual desert.
I don't know. I mean, my only other thought was if I have any sense of if there are any plants around that seem like that I could hold on to that would do anything for us. If there are, the only other thing I can kind of think of is if maybe I need to pull out my pet rock and spend some time with the stone to see if there's anything like I encountered the last time. If there's any memories that pop up.
Yeah, go ahead and make with advantage. Go ahead and make a history check.
27 on a natural 20.
Oh,
dang. You have to spend some time with the stone. It takes a couple days. You're trying to just go through your mind and your memories and traverse the deluge of things that have kind of been blocked away. And on a natural 20, day 3, as you're going through the forest, you're focusing on the stone. You're actually using this to help you navigate the waters that are the floods of memories that you have within your mind. You don't find anything definitively, that you don't have any memories locked away or anything that ties into this area that you're at. Mm-hmm. So there's no information that you have about Agrad. You never had anybody from this region that was locked away. Again, just where you were versus sort of how maps and everything and the way that the world worked at the time was well split apart. Is there a specific thing that you're looking for?
I don't think there is. I don't know what I'm looking for.
Yeah. So I think on a natural 20, you start to figure out how to kind of categorize and group some of the different memories, and checks in the future will actually be a little easier for you to access that as you spend a few days using the stone as a focus, of being able to go, okay, if I want to think about this particular thing, I can go down this stream.
Mhm.
Or if I want to focus on horticulture, I can go down this stream. Or ancient dwarf ruins, I can go down this stream. So yeah, so you still get some benefit out of this, but information about this region you don't have.
Okay.
Stephanie, what do you want to do?
Sorry, I'm Elaric.
Elaric, what do you want to do during your downtime?
There's two things I want to do.
Well,
God damn it.
Yeah, there's two things that I want to do.
Sweet.
I want to take one of my daggers and stealthily scratch Stephanie was here into one of the wagons.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Ooh, that's not great. 8.
Make a disadvantaged sleight of hand check.
22.
So you are out in the open, like you don't find a time to be alone, but you just sort of have the knife like right next to your thigh. So as you're talking, kind of leaning forward with people, you're just slowly carving that in. And then every now and then you kind of scratch your brow to look to make sure you're curving the S right. And you end up carving that perfectly into, do you want to put it like into the seat or like on the wall?
Somewhere that's not directly visible.
is the S in Stephanie like the S that everyone drew in middle high?
It's
Yeah.
definitely a Stussy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's a
absolutely a
Stussy.
Stussy, yes.
Yeah.
But I think it also has the line through it, so it looks like a dollar sign too.
Nice.
Yeah.
That checks out completely. Yeah, so I think maybe like you're leaning forwards, like you put it maybe almost underneath the seat.
Mhm.
Does that work?
Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect.
cool. Perfect. That's one of your downtimes. Love it.
The other thing that I want to do is observe the members of this caravan to see, like,
Yeah.
are they just, like, is this just another day to them? Are they, like, planning to do anything once they get there? Like, yeah, just trying to gauge, like, what their dynamic is with each other.
Cool. So do you want to observe that from afar? I was going to say passively, but it's not really passive. Or do you want to actually get into the midst of it and like have conversations to gauge what those things are? Like, do you want to steer it or do you just want to pay attention?
I want to observe from afar to begin with.
Cool. Go ahead and make 5 insight checks. Give me the order. So roll all 5 of these at once. Write them down. Give me the order, and then I will actually tell you the order of which they will apply. Okay, so Xander is the first one. So what do you want Xander's to be?
19.
The fairy Daisy is the next one.
We'll do 10.
Netharia the Dragonborn.
Let's do 17.
Rainy the Gnome.
6.
And Cathra the Dwarf.
9.
So let's go in. We'll go from worst to best. The Deep Gnome, Rainy, you watch over the course of like half one of the days as you're just focusing in on them. And this is probably a 6 because it's more of like, it's when you're first trying to figure out dynamics. And so you don't know what you don't know yet about them. Rainy seems to be the one that they make do the most work. So anytime there's a strange noise or they need to get a crate open or something like that, it's always, hey, Rainy, go do this. Rainy, do that. And you see that like everyone sort of will call on them. Even Daisy, the fairy, will be like, hey, Rainy, needs you to go do this. There's nothing like they're not yelling at him to do it by any means, but it's just constantly asking him to do the stuff. And he seems okay with it. Like you don't notice anything that sort of stands out to you as he does it. The next one on the dwarf with the 9, Cathra, tends to stay kind of on their own. Cathra seems to be, you actually can't tell if this is like a male or female dwarf. Does have a beard, sort of avoids any questions anytime like there's a he or a she, like just answers to everything. And Cathra seems to be, even though Xander got a 1 on insight check for the investigation check, Cathra seems to be sturdy. Maybe like you can tell there's toned muscles that come from either adventuring or hard labor, and that has to be maintained. Cathra tends to stay on their own, and for the most part, doesn't interact too much with any of the others. The only one you see Cathra really interact with is Netharia, the Dragonborn. And the next ones I will hold off on. We'll come back to that. Elaric.
Yes.
God damn it. Xander, as we are approaching.
Yes.
As we are approaching, this is the beginning of day 4. You're now officially in the Fang Desert. besides the training and everything, anything else that you are focused in on at this point?
Yeah. Is Stephanie just hanging out on the wagon carving?
There's no Stephanie.
Yes, that's true.
Only Zool.
Is Stephanie in the room with us right now?
Is girl Elaric just hanging out in a wagon?
Yeah, I think so.
Would you say she's showing any outward signs of being distressed, getting closer to Agaret?
Yeah, I would say you've probably spent enough time around her that you would pick up on it. So I think she's very fidgety.
All right, I'll just go, at least on one leg of the trip, I'll just go and sit next to her. Not going to say anything, but just sit there.
Awesome. Larsha, also known as Larsha, you're now in the Fang Desert. Anything new that you want to be doing or paying attention to during this time? And so real quick, so now that you're going into the desert, it's really interesting because normally you would see like trees and all this thing like fading into desert. There would be a long period of sort of that transition from those biomes. It is striking. Like you walk out of the forest, all of a sudden you're in desert. Like it's weird. And then you've got sand dunes. They actually swap out some of the wheels. They put these like wider wheels on them, so that way it can start going over the sand. It's not like you're not falling into this. Isn't Arrakis dune type of sand, but it is not paved road, right, that you're on anymore. At the beginning of this first day, what's also interesting is there's no difference in like temperature. So you expect heat in the desert, and as you walk right out of that forest, and it's just like literally a wall of trees and grassland and greenery, and then just nothing, and then all of a sudden just sand everywhere. It strikes you as odd that you don't feel physically any difference in the atmosphere around you. So yes, what are you doing, Larsha?
I think that's pretty kind of unsettling for me. Not only just how abrupt the change was, but also the fact that now there's no. I mean, is there any kind of like vegetation or animal life happening around us?
Yeah, you can sense like on the surface of some of the sand around you, and then maybe like down a few inches into the sand, you can sense that there are lizards and scorpions, tarantulas off to the side and everything. Okay. There's life here, but as far as plant life, no, it just becomes desert.
I think I'm starting to feel really nervous. Like I've been pretty terrified and pretty like unsettled thinking about that we don't know what we're walking into. And I think the gravity of that is starting to set in. And I don't really want to tell anyone about it because I know it's the only way, the only option that we have. I know that's the only place we're going to find any sort of answers, and that's the only place we're going to find, this other fragment. And that is my only shot at some sort of redemption. So I think I spend the next couple of days just sitting, thinking. I probably borrow somebody's carpenter's tools, and I think I carve a few more flowers into my mask.
Yes, you sit there, you carve that into your mask, you feel sort of the weight, which is, it's interesting because now you're in this wide open area where you're more free in a sense, but also it feels a little bit more oppressive as the reality of what you're heading towards becomes more and more present in your mind. Stephanie, going back to you, you've got this day where Elaric is sitting, or not, sorry, Elaric, Xander is sitting next to you, Elaric, in the wagon. During this time, as Xander is sitting next to you, you start to pay attention to Daisy, who you got a 10 on. Daisy is the fairy. She flutters around between the two wagons. They stay about like 40 feet apart. And you can see that she sort of ends up being the communication hub between the two. So just comes over, whispers something to the other Xander, will fly back and will whisper something to Kathra and Natharia, and seems to just be like the glue between like the two groups. As Xander is sitting next to you, do you do anything? Do you react to that?
Yes. Am I sitting on your left or right?
I'm picturing left.
Okay.
You're on my left.
I reach behind you and I tap you on the right shoulder.
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check versus a perception check.
Perception. 14.
21.
Okay. I look to my right.
There's nothing there.
Crazy.
Ghosts! We're being attacked by ghosts! He starts Eldritch blasting.
Yeah, I'll wait a few minutes, then I'll do it again.
I think at this point, regardless of how well it is, you're like, okay. Obviously, I know what's happening now. Even though you didn't see it, you're like, fuck, that's really good.
Yeah. It's so odd. There's so many bugs out here.
Large hands.
Yes. You know, I did carve my name into the wagon here. Would you like to do the same?
Which name did you carve?
Ho.
I'll do Heap then.
Perfect. I'll hand you my dagger.
Okay. I'll carve Heave was here into the other side of the wagon.
Do an advantaged stealth check because Stephanie as Elaric can provide a little bit of cover for you.
Stealth. 19.
Easy enough as Stephanie as Elaric hides Elaric as Xander.
We gotta stop doing this.
You hide. You fucking called this. This is happening. This
God.
one cannot be pinned on me. You carve Heave was here, and then as soon as you're done, you see that Stephanie wrote Stephanie was here with like an S that's stew seed with a line through it. So it just says Stephanie was here and Heave was here.
That sounds about right. That's normal, I think.
A couple days go by in the desert as you, as Elaric, as you look at Netharia, the Dragonborn. So the Dragonborn's actually on the other wagon. Now that you've sort of at least assessed the first three, you're starting to build at least a baseline level of connections. So it becomes a little easier for you to start understanding what's going on. Netharia, on that 17, you see the only one that really interacts with Kothra at all. They stay on that other wagon most of the time. Netharia will get up and kind of will check. You notice throughout the day, almost like clockwork, will check inside their wagon. You don't know what it is because it's a covered wagon, but you notice it's almost like clockwork. The first couple days, like, oh, it goes back there, no big deal. And then you start to pick up on it's routine, it's constant, it is the same. You don't know what to make out of that, but you do pick up on that. And then with Xander, the hobgoblin, the leader, on a 19, you notice that he spends a lot of time scanning the horizon. Every time Daisy, the fairy, comes by, all their conversations are in hushed whispers to each other. Then he'll give orders and everything out loud, but they're always whispering anytime Daisy comes over. And you notice that he has been kind of like sizing all of you up over this. Now it's been about a week into the journey, and just kind of like looks at all of you and sort of gauging sort of your capabilities, paying attention when Elaric, the other Xander, is training. On that 19, any other questions that you want to ask me? Because that's a pretty good roll.
I mean, I would imagine he probably has like a weapon on him, right?
Yeah, so Xander has 2 scimitars on him. They don't look like just normal scimitars. Like they actually have like etching on the blade itself. They are very ornate and beautiful looking. And then he also has a axe that he keeps along his back as well. There are other weapons on board that everyone else has on them. The fairy has like 2 little daggers. You notice that Netharia has a quarterstaff. Kathra the dwarf actually has a bow and arrow. Rainy, you don't see walk around with any weapons of any sort though.
For Xander specifically, does he seem to be adjusting like any of his armor, or like when he moves, does he seem to be moving in a specific way that would lend to like something being concealed?
Oh, good question. Yeah, you actually do notice over that course of time. So he's wearing like this leather jerkin that he's worn every day. And it's this typical leather armor that you'd see for adventurers. It makes sense. He says, hey, like this is a dangerous thing that we escort people out. So it doesn't stick out as like, why is this caravan leader wearing armor? Like they're all wearing protective gear of some sort.
Yeah.
You definitely notice that on his right side, he kind of, it's occasional and it's very subtle, but he'll kind of just like pat this particular like lower rib cage sort of area. And it's not like you can tell that it's not an injury, right? Where someone might like hold it, breathe on it. It's this very subtle tapping of like, yep, that is there, whatever that is.
What color is Netharia? Did we mention?
Netharia is a silver dragonborn. Xander Elaric.
Yes.
Now that we're in week 2, aside from your training, anything else that you kind of want to start doing as we are going through Fang Desert here?
I am also just sort of keeping an eye on everyone, but I guess, periodically checking in on Elaric, Stephanie, also check in on Larsha. Where is Larsha? You normally hang out in the back, you said, of the caravan?
I think I'm getting a little tired of peopling.
Yeah. So same. I'll probably just, sit next to Larsha for a while on the trip and just, not need to speak, but just spend a few hours at a stretch just sort of sitting with her.
Awesome. Larsha. You've got a week left. What are you using your downtime for now?
Who out of our 5 companions looks the most approachable?
Oh, interesting. I think it's going to be a mix between Rainy, the gnome, and interestingly enough, Cathra, the dwarf, who keeps a lot of time to themselves.
I think I'd like to spend a little bit of time talking to Cathra.
Yeah, it's day 8 here. You've paused for just a little bit. They're just shifting some stuff. Everything's kind of direct sunlight, and at this point, the temperature has increased to what you expect to find in a desert. So this is a quick break because they want to kind of get across some dunes. So they can get into some shade. You walk over as Cathra's just checking on all of the horses and everything, tying everything up, making sure that they've got enough to eat, feeding them carrots and apples.
I'm gonna walk up to them and say, "You seem like you've been doing this for quite a while."
Oh, yeah, I've been working with Xander for many years now. Yes.
How long have you worked with the horses?
Ever since I was old enough to leave the mountain, I found that I loved horses. We don't get them down in Dorvalian. Typically, we grow up deep within the mountain, and while I loved the stones, it was just this was magical.
Well, tell me more about that. What is it you enjoy the most about this?
When I grew up, we were born connected to the mountain, to the earth, to Darcia itself, and we grow from the rock and the stone. But I always knew that there was more to the world and to Darcia than just what was inside Darcia and what was on the surface. And coming out here, everything was so open and so free and so many different colors and smells and senses. And then the cataclysm came and it changed everything. It looks up the sky, the purplish hue. Oh.
It's very different now, isn't it?
Everything changes. Everything was taken. Dwarvalian was collapsed during the destruction, and I make home wherever home can find me now. But it's odd, but the horses, their existence, their being so focused on the task at hand, it just reminds me of being beneath the earth itself and being connected.
I had a friend who used to tell me that we are connected by the earth and the wind. I think about that a lot.
I like that, yes. Definitely I've felt connected by the earth, and I feel open here in the wind.
It's perhaps the only thing that hasn't changed.
It is indeed. And what of you? What adventures in life have you lived that brings you here? Why go explore Agared? It's a place that no one has ever gotten to. It's just death.
I don't really have a choice.
You all have choices.
I know. There are some things that I've done that I don't think I'll ever be able to make up for. But I at least have to try. And there's just, let's say, something that tells me whatever lies beyond the border in Agared, I might be able to find some tiny way of being able to atone for what I've done.
Yes. Well, you hear off in the distance this loud sound. You all hear it where you're at. You hear real Xander, yell out, "Dragons! We've got dragons, everyone!" As you start to circle around the wagons, you see these 2 young blue dragons flying in, lightning coming from their mouths. I need all of you to roll initiative.
Oh shit.
Here we go.
I rolled a 7.
15.
16.
Okay. Kathra, Larsha, and Natharia, you are in one of the wagons. You're 45 feet away from the other wagon where Xander, Rainey, Stephanie, and Elaric are. Daisy was currently like flying up above, sort of in between both of them. The dragons, there's one approaching essentially from either side. So one's approaching one of the wagons, one's approaching the other wagon. Kathra is up first, looks to you, Larsha, and says, please get down, get to safety. Pulls out their bow and arrow, and the dragons are currently about 80 feet away. The bow has this like intricate metal configuration to it. This has like been built for a dwarf. It actually has like 2 strings along it, and she pulls out one of her arrows, and as she pulls it back, you can actually hear like this clanging, like metal clinking on it as it goes back. And she's going to go ahead and take a shot. The dragon's just a little too far away. That first arrow goes flying past it. She curses under her breath. She pulls out another arrow, is going to take another shot. Jeez. And the dragon's coming out like from the angle of the sun, and it gets in her eyes, and so that second one misses as well. Your death, Telmoral's beard. And she goes to start pushing the horses. She's trying to get them to curve away from where the dragon's kind of line of sight is. And with that, Xander is up, the real Xander. He is on the other side where Rainey, Stephanie, and Elaric are. Rainey, make sure the guest is safe. He runs out into the open desert, putting himself between the caravan and the other dragon that's coming out, and he just holds his action. Larsha,
Yeah.
you are up.
All right. So you said they're 80 feet away?
Currently 80 feet away.
Okay.
Well, sorry. The one that's coming your direction.
The one that, yeah.
The other one is very far away.
Way far away. Okay. I mean, first up, let's get going with symbiotic entity. That
Bonus
is
action?
Going
Okay.
to... That's an action.
Symbiotic entity is an action. Great.
Yeah.
Use your action for that. Fantastic.
So that's...
So these spores start to sort of circle around you.
I think I'm just going to stand my ground next to Kathra and wait for whatever comes next.
Okay, perfect. She sees the spores around and goes, are you sure you're going to be safe? I don't want you to get hurt.
It's fine. Trust me.
All right. Perfect. That is your turn. We go over to Rainey on the other caravan. Rainey runs to the back and sees both of you. Goes to you both, goes, all right, we need to stay here. There's some dragons. We're going to take care of this. You need to stay safe. Just take cover. And then steps out, and you see their hand glows, and then you see this like shimmering field come over them as they cast mage armor on themselves. Then you see like both their hands, they put their hands out to start just to glow with arcane energy. Stephanie, you're up.
Which one was the covered wagon that they kept checking on?
The one that Larsha is at.
Okay, cool. I think I'm going to use this opportunity to... Basically, I want to run and just go like, I'll check on Larsha and make sure that she's safe, and run towards that wagon. And my intent is to see what the hell they were checking on.
You can do a bonus action dash, which will get you into the other wagon. No need to do a deception check. They don't know sort of your combat readiness. So are you going to try to do this stealthily, or are you just going to jump into the back of it?
I'll do it stealthily.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Yeah, 17.
Okay. Daisy is busy kind of like looking at both dragons, trying to clock who needs help, doesn't notice you go into the back. It's just a bunch of goods and stuff in there. Like, you're going to have to spend multiple actions scouring through each of these things. Like, it's going to be one action per crate.
Guess what I'm going to do?
Perfect. So go ahead and roll a investigation check.
9.
The first one that you open up is just where all the carrots are. All right.
God, the legends are true.
This orange glow like light this face up.
Yeah, you're convinced this is what they were checking on.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, we're going to be rich. Cool. It is Daisy's turn. She stays flying up in the air. She's holding her action as well. It's Natharia's turn. Natharia was on top of the wagon, so you, Larsha, and Kathra were like where the horses were. Natharia stands up. She raises her staff in the air, and for a second the sky kind of turns dark, and you see the moon, an outline of a moon out there, and then you see this beam of light come down and strike the dragon. She's going to do moonbeam against the dragon, and then the dragon has to make a Constitution saving throw, which it fails. Dang, almost max damage. 6, 19, 2d10. It was a 10 and a 9.
Nice.
19 moon damage.
19 moon damage. And then Natharia continues to like guide the horses so that wagon and Stephanie can feel it as you kind of lurch to the side as she's made it so that way where the dragon's flying, it would hit the wagon first and try to keep the horses safe. Elaric, you're up.
Okay, how far apart did you say the wagons are?
45 feet.
Okay, I'm going to cast Long Strider on myself, and I'm also going to run over to the other wagon. So that's action, movement, and yeah, I think that'll do it. I'll just sort of hunker down just outside of the wagon.
Okay, fantastic. It is the dragon's turn. The dragon that is now on where essentially it's just the other group, as it flies closer, it is going to use its lightning breath against where Xander is. He fails miserably. And then Rainy's going to need to make it. So actually it's just Xander and Rainy. Rainy will succeed. Xander's going to take 51 lightning damage, and Rainy is going to take 26 lightning damage. Xander is barely holding on. Rainy is okay. So as the dragon flies by, it does the lightning strike. He was holding his action. He throws both of his scimitars into the air as the lightning hits him to try to strike the dragon. They actually will both hit. He's going to do 28 damage to that dragon. Cool, that ends that dragon's turn. That was his held action. Daisy was holding her action. The dragon does get close enough. She's going to fling her daggers at it. One of them misses, but the other one is a natural 20. As you see, this dagger goes flying. It turns into this little ball of ice. As it does, it strikes the dragon's skin and shatters and then reforms in her hand. The other one that flew out looked like just a normal dagger, except it started to sort of glow, this white glow on it. Missed the dragon, but also reappears in her hand as well. Top of the initiative round. Oh, no, sorry. That was just the first dragon. The second dragon. The other dragon that is coming towards where your caravan is, I'm going to need Larsha, Stephanie. Stephanie, you're going to do this with disadvantage. And Elaric, you said you're off to the side, so you're going to be fine. And Natharia will need to roll dexterity saving throws. Natharia fails.
11.
That's a fail.
6.
That is a fail.
But half damage for dex saves and also being close to Larsha, right?
You are way more than 10 feet away from Larsha.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm inside the wagon.
Oh, okay.
And it's half damage, isn't it?
Yeah, where's Larsha?
I am
by the horses.
Yeah, we're by the horses.
Gotcha. Near me then.
Larsha, you will take 52 lightning damage. Kothra will take, Rainy will take 26 lightning damage. Stephanie, you will take 26 lightning damage. As these dragons in sync just, and lightning just shoots out of their mouth in this stream of breath that just goes and carves across the desert. You can actually see the sand like turns literally into glass where the lightning hit it. Back to the top, Kothra checks on you real quick. Larsha, are you okay?
I'll be fine.
These damn dragons. And she turns around to take 2 shots at them. Cool. Both of those will hit.
I think Stephanie's going to assume that carrots hurt.
He hates these carrots. 33 damage. You see it, the bow that she has as she does it, as she lets go of it. With these shots, you can see like as the gears whir, it amplifies the strength of the arrow that's coming out of it. And then you see both of these arrows penetrate through the young dragon's skin and does a good amount of damage to it. She then is going to use a bonus action. She offers you a healing potion, Larsha.
Great.
Xander, he had thrown his 2 scimitars. He turns around as the dragon's flying over now. It is flying and hovering above the other wagon. And he is going to... Actually, none of you see this, so I'm not going to tell you what he does. Because none of you are over there. So he is going to attack the dragon with his axe. Unfortunately misses. Oh, make sure our guests stay safe. We'll take care of these damn pests. Larsha, you're up.
How far away is the closest dragon?
This one, so the one is 45 feet away from you now. It's hovering over the other one.
Great.
This one is hovering in the air about 25 feet above you.
Cool. All right. I would like to use Starry Wisp as an attack. And then as a bonus action, I would like to use Spreading Spores. Well, let's do Spreading Spores first.
Okay, so what happens with spreading spores?
That is a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Pass, 18. As you throw the spores out at the dragon, just a little bit of lightning still as coming out of its mouth. And the lightning just dissipates the spores as you try to get it around its face.
All right. 19 for Starry Wisp.
19 will hit.
Yes. That's 14 radiant damage.
14 radiant damage. Awesome. You do the spreading spores and it just kind of shakes its head and looks at you. And as it was like moving its head around to just dissipate the spores, it blocks its vision just enough that the starry wisp comes up behind it, hits it in the face. As it makes eyes at you, you can see like the talons on its hand start to elongate as it's staring you down. Anything else for you?
As a precaution, I'm going to back up 30 feet or so.
Okay.
Let's kind of back in between the wagons.
Okay, cool. You're essentially kind of underneath where Daisy is flying up in the air right now. Okay, it is Rainy's turn on the other wagon that you guys are not at. Rainy checks on Xander, sees that Xander's okay-ish, and then looks up in the air and is going to cast Cone of Cold, which is 60 feet length, so it will capture where the blue dragon is. With a 13, it will fail that Constitution save. It'll do 38 cold damage to that dragon. It starts to just be covered in frost and it's like, is snarling down. It's bloodied, and so it is starting to sort of rethink the meal that it thought it would have today. Stephanie.
Hello.
Hello.
I will drink one of the potions.
Cool.
That gets me 10 health back, and I smack my lips. I taste the honey.
Yeah, that's some good honey. As you drink it, go ahead and make a con save for me.
11.
The mixture of like health potions and honey doesn't go together too well. Like it's almost like coagulated blood. And just for a second, like it makes you nauseous, but you're able to resist it. And because you do resist that, all of your saving throws now have a +1. And that is clearly temporary from whatever you've ingested. I will tell you when it expires.
Okay. And then I'll just check another box.
All right, roll an investigation check.
17.
I'll say on 17, you're able to open 2 more boxes. You find where there's just some of the dried food that they've been feeding you. And then you find another one that just has a bunch of hay and stuff that's stored in there for the horses. It is Daisy's turn. She flies up behind the dragon that's staring down at Larsha. She's going to roll bonus action to try to hide. She succeeds in hiding, and then she's going to try to sneak attack and use assassinate against this blue dragon. She'll pass. So she successfully is able to take her one of her daggers, stabs it like right into the back of the neck of the dragon. It's going to take 10 piercing plus 21 additional poison damage. As the dragon starts to like try to shake, doesn't know what has flown up behind it and how it's getting stabbed in the back. It starts to kind of freak out. It's flapping its wings pretty aggressively. Natharia is going to go. Was going to move the moonbeam, but now that sees Daisy there, does not want to do that because Daisy would get hit by it too. Is going to cast Verdant Wisp. She'll hit for 10 radiant damage. So this mystical whip kind of appears in her hand and it goes and it turns into, as she whips it, it turns into this like floating wisp at the end of it. And then that wisp goes and strikes the dragon. Elaric, you're up.
All right, I'm going to take my sword out. I'm not going to activate it. Not yet. Got to keep some surprises. I'm going to run over to Larsha, and I will heal her for...
Is all your temp HP gone?
All my temp HP.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So how close are you to max at this point?
My max is 51. I'm at 44.
Still, I just saw you get hit pretty hard, so I'm just...
The other dragon's still staring at me.
Yep. So I'm going to heal you for an additional 7. That's my bonus action. And then I'm going to look up at the dragon that's being harassed by the fairy, and I'm going to attack with Sorcerer's Burst. I'm just going to wave my hand and conjure some fire. And sweet. Okay, that is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. So if I roll any 8s, I can just keep boosting it. Oh, there's an 8. But also because it's fire, I can add 5 to that. So that's 16 fire damage.
Cool, awesome. This sorcerous burst of flame hits the dragon as it's trying to turn its head. It's completely distracted. It hits its stomach. You see it it sears the underbelly of this blue dragon. Anything else for your turn?
I'm going to stand, whatever movement I used, I'm going to stand so I'm sort of blocking sort of between Larsha and the dragon.
Okay, cool. It is the dragon's turn. I'm going to roll a d6 on a 5 or a 6. The dragon above you guys gets its breath weapon back, which is be able to hit all of you. 3. It does not get it. I'm going to roll for the other dragon. Nope. So neither of them get their breath attack back. The dragon that is above the other wagon just starts to fly back up into the air and starts to fly away. It gets 80 feet further away as it's realized that what it thought would be an easy snack, in fact, is not. So that dragon flies off. The other dragon, as it turns around and makes eye contact with Daisy, is going to make 3 attacks against her with its claws before it also will fly off. 2 hit. Daisy's going to take 15 slashing damage plus 11 lightning damage as the claws rake against her. And then this energy, thunderous wave kind of goes through it, and this lightning shocks her body. She's hurt, but she's still alive. And then that blue dragon starts to fly away. Daisy is going to get an opportunity attack against the dragon. She will hit it. This thing rakes against her tiny little fairy body. What is not so tiny about Daisy is how fierce she is. And as it rakes into her and it starts to fly away, she is falling backwards. You can see blood dripping out of her body. And she reaches up and grabs onto the bottom part of the jaw of the dragon as it smiles and starts to close its mouth to bring her up. And as she gets up closer to the mouth, she takes her dagger, stabs it right into one of its eyes, twists it, and then the dragon and lightning starts to fall out of its body as it collapses to the ground dead, as she sort of just rides it down and floats subtly above it as it crashes into the ground.
It only counts as 1.
That's awesome.
As the other blue dragon flies off, we exit out of initiative. The other wagon, they check the back real quick. They see that all of you are gone. They all immediately run over. They find you, Stephanie, in the back with some of the crates open. And I think that's where we're going to end this session.
Tales of the Ever After is Randall Marsh as Elaric Ithilden, Lynn Shepherd as Stephanie Bradshaw, Kate J. White as Larsha Ithilden, and Tyler Boroff, that's me, as your DM. Our theme music is by Randall Marsh, and our cover art is by Lisa Turban. Connect with us on Instagram or Threads, Tales of the Ever After, and also on Blue Sky at Tales of Ever After. We actually just finished recording episode 20 yesterday, which will serve as our mid-season finale, and we have a few exciting one-shots, one of which Lynn Shepherd is gonna DM for us. A little holiday treat for you. Be on the lookout for that. We'll be announcing more soon. Tea Time for this episode will be out next week, and Tales of the Ever After will be back with episode 20, our winter break mid-season finale, on Tuesday, December 2nd. We'll see you then.
What do you all want to do?
I want to collect the stone without anything getting in our way and just kind of be on our way. Is that possible? Can I roll for that?
Roll for it. Yeah.
Okay. It's a 4.
I got bad news.
Okay, gotcha.